Dr. King, back at the whiteboard, I want to stop in the middle of our training here and do a quick exercise with you. Now, on this particular video, I want to share with you how to develop a millionaire mindset. See, the greatest challenge you will have is with your mind. And the greatest person that you will have to deal with is that person looking at you in the mirror. Forget about all the other people around you. You are going to have to deal with you. And what most people have learned over their lifetime is to doubt themselves. I had to learn how to believe because I didn't have a lot of people around me encouraging me to think big. So I knew I had to develop those skills. When I left the federal government, I was hired by one of the largest corporations in the world at the time, a company called Xerox. I went over to Xerox, but I'll tell you more about that maybe in a later video, how I got there. Incredible journey that I had when I got over there. But every morning I got in the car to drive, I had about a 30-minute drive to work in the traffic. And remember we talked about the law of attraction? How whatever you're looking for in life is looking for you? It's true. Whatever you're looking for in life is looking for you. And I was looking for strategies on how do I change my mindset. Well, when I got in the car, there was a guy that came on every single morning. I think about 7:15, 7:30 every morning. And I made it a point to be in the car because at the time, we didn't have a lot of recording videos and things of that nature. And at that particular time, I didn't have a lot of money to invest in a lot of programs. But this guy was good. He had a program that came on for 15 minutes, and I was determined that I was going to listen to him every morning on the way to work. 15 minutes. And he was talking about this concept called psychogenesis. I never heard anything like that. Psychogenesis, everything begins in your mind. I was like, wow, I know that to be true, but how do I learn these strategies? The guy's name was Dr. Jack Addington. And years later, I was able to pick up his book, Psychogenesis, Everything Begins in Mind. And Dr. Addington every morning would encourage us through his radio broadcast to change the way we thought, our thinking. Your greatest challenge is going to be your mind, how you think. And so how do you develop a millionaire mindset? Well, you got to begin to really believe in yourself. So here's what I want to do in this exercise real briefly, everybody. I want you to take out a blank sheet of paper. Blank sheet of paper. Okay, I'll wait for you. Go ahead and get one. I want you to go through this. I want to show you something. Okay, got it? Okay, great. You got a blank sheet of paper. I want you to draw a circle. And this is something that Dr. Jack Addington said. I said that I was going to show you resources that I used. I want to share these with you, everyone, because remember I told you about this big library that I had developed and I value over $5 million. This is one of the first books I picked up, How to Change Your Mind. So in this exercise on your right sheet of paper, I want you to draw a circle. Okay, got your circle? Draw a circle. Now, as close to the center as you can, I want you to put a dot. Got it? That dot represents you. That's you. Now, I want to show you something here, everybody. The only limits we have is the limits we put on ourselves. Now, think about this. You could have drew the circle as big as you want. Look at your circle. How big is your circle? Some of you may have drawn a circle that was small and put a dot in there. Remember, I didn't put a limit on how big the circle could be, right? Now, some of you may have drawn a circle and took up the whole page. But you put the limit on the circle. That circle could have been as big as you wanted it. But we put the limit on ourselves. There you are in the center. The limit that you have, this thinking that you have that my knowledge cannot be valuable. I can't do it. It's too hard. Nobody ever known has done it. Nobody in my family has ever made any real money. I'm unemployed. All of this pitter-patter in your mind that doesn't matter. So what if this, everybody? What if we erase the circle of limitation? And this is Socrates. Socrates, look at this. Even the big circle. What if we did away with the circle? What's left? There you are. Unlimited possibilities right there. Income. Vacations. Education. You put, whatever you come up with, a fine car, it doesn't matter. This is up to you. But you've taken the limit off. Instead of having that small circle where it says, I can't have that, take the circle away and begin to believe that you can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you say. This is the strategy that you have to, and you got to work hard at it, everybody. You got to work hard at it. It's not just going to fall in your lap. I'd like to encourage you to pick up Dr. Jack Addington's book. This book is so good. And he talks to you in plain language, everybody. Don't worry about, he's going to talk to you in a lot of psychobabble. Very plain. But I want you to begin to develop this attitude that I can have it. I can do it. And with that, we can build from there. We can build on it. So now we have the knowledge. We're beginning to create, this idea that I can create a product now. We got to work on our mind. Let me give you 2 strategies to do every day. First of all, every single morning, you should be doing affirmations. Affirmations, write it down. Affirmation, affirm. And within your mind that you can do it. I am worthy. I am powerful. I have the knowledge. I learn easily. I can be successful. Now, I used to think that stuff was just a bunch of psychobabble until I learned. I've spent 30 years studying the mind. That's what my PhD is in. That whole area of how to change your thinking. Well, Earl Nightingale, remember we talked about Earl Nightingale? He came up with what he called the strangest secret. And what's that? He came up with this thing that says, we become what we think about. What are you thinking about? Are you thinking lack and want and I can't and it's impossible? Well, whatever you say, that's what you're going to get. This is not, folks, we're not here to play games. This is serious business here. Your life is at stake here. This economy is changing fast. I don't want to be an alarmist. I'm just bringing you to reality. But I'm also encouraging you to know that you are powerful. You got information. You can do this. But you got to work on your mind. Every morning, do your affirmations. Number 2, read good books every day. Read books, read. I'm going to say it over and over again. I met a young man. He said, listen, I don't like to read. He was 25 years old. I said, you're doomed. You're doomed. How are you going to get through life without reading? I will outread you. I will outwork you. I will outthink you. That's my mindset. Because I've got to support me and my family. I'll get up early. I'll stay later. I'll work the weekends. See, if you're willing to work as hard for yourself as you work for somebody else when you was working for somebody, those of you that are unemployed, there's no way you can fail. Do affirmations. Get you some good books. I'm going to continue to share with you some out of my library. Get good books and begin to redevelop your mindset, rethink. And in some of the future videos, I'm going to show you how to boss your thoughts. Dr. King, I'm going to sign off for now on this one. How to develop a millionaire mindset, begin to develop these I can attitudes, and read. Get some good books on how to retrain your thinking. Dr. King, for now, signing off. Go out there and make your dreams king.